Well done, D-Helm. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. I have yet more to tell ye, wouldst thou listen? Yeah, I have to. Continue on with the game. Now listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert, i.e. Ganon, cast this dreadful curse upon me. Ganon. Dwarf. I used to call him Ganon Dork. This evil man ceaselessly uses his vile sorcerer's powers in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. I used to think this was the coolest thing ever back in the day. Then the goddess of power, Nehru, the goddess of wisdom, and Furore, the goddess of courage. That's something I'd like to get, is that Zelda Hyrule Guide book with all the different, like, lore and stuff from the Zelda timeline in it. Then, with her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. And last but not least, Furore. Furore, with her rich soul, produced all life forms who would uphold the law. And the goddesses became the Triforce, right? 3 goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. And golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence. And the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. D-Helm, go now to Hyrule's Castle. Hyrule's Castle, Hyrule Castle. There thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with you, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me. So the spiritual stone of the forest, it's green. I get to stare at it magnificently. Just like, man, this is the best thing ever. I guess it is kind of cool that it appeared out of nowhere and just sitting there. You got the Kokiri Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, D-Helm. Thou art courageous. Navi the fairy, help D-Helm to carry out my will. I entreat ye, Navi. Goodbye. And so the great Deku Tree dies. Sad times. Let's go to Hyrule Castle, D-Helm. Goodbye, great Deku Tree. Alright. Hey, D-Helm, what did you do? The great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you do a thing like that? It's all your fault. You know, with Ganon being the kind of person he is, you think that all the kids would have noticed him walk into this area, you know? They would have known that Ganon came through and cast a curse upon the great Deku Tree. It's not like... Well, can Ganon teleport? If that's a... No, because if he could teleport, then he would have just, instead of chasing after the princess, he would have just teleported after her and would have been able to stop her. So he can't teleport. So he had to have walked his way through this area to get to the Great Deku Tree to ask him for the stone. So it's not like they didn't see him. He's been through here. Oh, you're leaving. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, D-Helm. Because you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. Ocarina. I love my little ocarina that I have up on my desk. It's pretty nice. I wish it was a 12-hole. It's only a 6-hole. But, ayo. All in due time. Receive the fairy ocarina. This is a memento from Saria. So, okay. Yes, I understand how to use items game. It kind of does suck. Like, if this was a game created more recently, and had been, like, for computer or something, I would so have gotten the mod to just go, okay, skip all the, oh gosh, we got a new item stuff. Also, I don't understand what goes on here. Why does he back up like she just did the creepiest thing ever, and then runs off? He's just like, whoa, back up. Like she was, you know, creeping up on him or something. It was ridiculous. Why does he run off like that? Also, there was a little line of dialogue, and it was kind of like, oh, by the way, when you play your ocarina, think of me. So. Oh, yes. So next we have our lovely friend Kabora Gabora. Lot of dialogue right up here at the first bit of the game. Hoot hoot. D-Helm, look up here. It appears that the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. Press start to enter the subscreens and L and R to find the map. On the map subscreen, you will also see a flashing dot showing you which way you should go. That's... Psh. Yes. Alright then, I'll see you around. Hoo hoo hoot ho. Gabora Gabora. I love him, but I hate him. I like his little theme. I'd love it. I don't... Meh. I can't English today, guys, apparently. And if I do sound weird, that is because my nose is stuffed up. I took my allergy medicine, and so I'm all congested a little bit. And basically, yeah, that's kind of... I sound awful. But it does not help my English at all. Anyway, it's probably going to turn night before we can actually get in here, isn't it? Come on! Come on, let me in the town. Let me in the town. Oh, no! No! Oh, that was the biggest psych moment ever. Okay, how do I get up out of here? I have to go all the way down here, don't I? That was lame. That was so lame. Now we're gonna have to wait around here all night. Not dealing with use. What? Skull Kids, right? They're not called Skull Kids. Stall Childs? Stall Childs, yes. You can kill them if you want rupees. Usually they didn't drop them. Deku Seeds. But yeah, I was doing a test playthrough of this the other day. To get it hang of the controls and everything again. Not that I forgot them, really. It was just kind of like, I like to play a game before I start to let's play it, so that I can remember some of the stuff. Alright, this is a big Stall Child. If you kill it, usually he drops like, yep, there, blue rupee. Another thing, I don't know which Zelda game I'm gonna play after this. I've been torn. I think I want to do Wind Waker, but I'm not sure. I might just claim this as a Zelda month, to be honest. I did Zelda. I'm doing Zelda Ocarina of Time. I also played Zelda 2 on my DS. Not played through Link to the Past yet, but I am about to, probably. Played through Oracle of Ages, and I'm not gonna use you. Let's see. I'm going to use my save code, or link code, to play Seasons. I got all those on my DS, by the way. And the link code still does work. So it will link you to Seasons after you beat the game. One of those old games I've never beat, Minish Cap. Not beat that one. Ever. I don't think... Give me a minute. How many Zelda games are on Game Boy Advance? I don't think I beat a single one on Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I'm wanting to say I haven't. Do I need more rupees? Probably. I'm just gonna go stock up on rupees. But... I don't think I beat a DS game either. No, I think I finished Phantom Hourglass. I'm pretty sure I finished that one. Or no, I finished Spirit Tracks. I didn't finish Phantom Hourglass. But the next one I play, I'm wanting to say might be Wind Waker, because I have the HD remake of it on the Wii U that I might try and play. So, that might be a thing. Maybe. I don't know. Wind Waker's an okay game. I know a lot of people give it crap, but it's okay. I really enjoy it. It's a different take. And of course with the Zelda timelines and stuff, it's just a different way that the world could have gone. Because, if I remember reading correctly, the theory for what happens with Wind Waker is, so Link has gone to Termina after having, because in Majora's Mask, right, he's looking for a friend, I believe. And, basically, he goes over to Termina, and the theory is the friend that he's looking for was, Navi. Because at the end of Ocarina of Time, because Ocarina of Time is where the timeline splits, if I remember right. Basically the theory is, after Ocarina of Time, in the version where he saves Hyrule and Ganon doesn't win, Link goes to Termina looking for Navi, and while he's gone, Ganon escapes from the Sacred Realm and floods the entire area full of water. Which is why, no, I don't want to hear it all again. Oh, come on. Which is why Wind Waker became a thing, was because, Ganon filled the entire area up with water. And so, Wind Waker was the, variation after that. Then Wind Waker was followed by, Phantom Hourglass, which I believe the next part of that timeline was the Spirit Tracks. I could be wrong, though. I've not taken a look at the timeline in a while. Ooh, don't want to get caught by any guards. But yeah, the theory is that, he goes looking for Navi. So, at the end of Ocarina of Time, apparently, with the adventure done, like, Navi's only here with Link because the Deku Tree told her to help him through his quest. And once the quest was done, she was just kind of like, well, I'm leaving. That kind of thing. So, yeah, it's really, really odd. I don't know why, but it's like she hates him and just wants to go back. Or go off on her own. That kind of thing. It's really weird. Or at least that's what I read. I could be completely just wrong. Rumble, rumble. Well, basically that's Milan's father. We talked to her in town, and his name's Talon. Basically, he fell asleep. And now we're gonna have to go get captured because then we get an egg from Milan, and we have to walk all the way back and wait for the egg to hatch, and then we'll be able to wake him up. Yeah, the Zelda timeline, it is an interesting one. That is for sure. But I believe I am going to play Wind Waker next. Maybe. That won't be for a while, though, because I have a couple of Let's Plays already in mind. The next game I'm going to play is Metroid 2 for the Game Boy Color. And after that, I'm finally going to get to my next Final Fantasy game. I'm going to play Final Fantasy 4. Still not sure if I'll do After Years. I'll probably end up doing it eventually, but I don't know if I'll do it now. I honestly would really like to get to Final Fantasy 7, because I want to Let's Play the original before Final Fantasy 7 Remake comes out, which I have mixed feelings for, let me tell you. It does not look anything like Final Fantasy 7 was. And I don't mean as in, like, I don't like the graphic style, because of course the graphics are going to be slightly different, just because it's been like a century, well, not a century, but a decade since that game came out. So it's kind of like, no, I'm not going to give it crap for that. What I am going to give it crap for is the ATB system that they're trying to pull. It's not the traditional Final Fantasy VII battle system. What it looks like they've done is made it kind of like a hack and slash. That, or what they've done is the Final Fantasy XIII effect, where like the battle plays out while you're still using the different buttons and stuff. So it looks like the battle's actually happening, but you're clicking attack and such, and everyone's still moving on the screen, so it acts like the original system, only they're moving around a lot more and participating in the game, kind of thing, just to make it look more action-y. So I have mixed feelings about that. If it plays out like the Final Fantasy XIII system, I guess it would be okay, but I like the traditional a lot more. And now we're gonna have to wait for the sun to rise. That's when the egg will hatch. Look, a chicken hatched, yada yada yada. Use the cuckoo, or I guess it's a chicken. I don't understand. They use different wording for it. What in tarnation? Can a person get a little shut-eye around here? Now, if I remember right, if you look at him, yeah, his little necklace thing is actually Easter egg to Mario. It's a Bowser pin. And if you look, Talon looks an awful lot like Mario. Doesn't he? Anyway, just a little observation there. Yep, I'm Talon, the owner of Walnut Ranch. We went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. Milan. What? Milan was looking for you. I'm gonna catch it from her now. And he runs off comically. She's really gonna let me have it. Alright, so with that, is that chicken still in my inventory? I was pretty sure it disappeared from... No, it doesn't disappear yet. For some odd reason, I believe when Zelda gives us a note, it switches the chicken for the note. So what does Zelda do with the chicken in the meantime? Questioning thoughts. There we go. Woo! In we go. I like the little theme in here. I'm pretty good at this section of the game. Like, when I was playing through the 3DS version just the other day, I basically went through this entire section without stopping. And I'm gonna see if I can do it again. But I did it without... Well, I guess I just failed that. I just stopped. I did the entire section without stopping, if I remember right. I didn't get caught once, at least. Which I have not gotten caught in this area in forever. It used to give me such... What? He was way too far away to have possibly even seen me. Huh. I like how he still throws me within the castle grounds. What is this? They don't care enough to actually throw me out. I honestly can't remember the last time I was captured during this. So yeah, having that just happen, of course it would happen during my Let's Play. Wow, I'm speechless. Can I skip through here? Yes, I can. Sweet. We'll pop up here. Do I have skills? Ooh, no I don't. No, I do not. We'll wait for him to turn around there. Alright, we're good. There's a lot of crap about this game. A lot of people claim it's not the best, and of course everyone's allowed to have their opinion. It's my favorite of all of them, at the moment, but it gets a lot of crap, because there's so much timing involved, but it's not as much as timing as in every enemy you go to kill. The only difficulty that is added into each battle is how long you wait while defending. And a lot of people will give the game crap because of that. Because no one wants to just stand around defending. But every battle works out the same pattern. It's defend, wait a while, and then attack. When the enemy leaves their guard open. So it's just kind of like, that's why this game gets a lot of crap. And a lot of people would also say that the reason it gets all its fame, which, by the way, there's all those Mario Easter eggs right there. In the remake, the 3DS version, they actually replaced those photos with a little copy of the first level, if I remember right. But yeah, a lot of people would say that this game is actually given too much love just because it was the step from 2D to 3D, so that's why its fan base is so big. Honestly, I could care less. I'd honestly love to see a 2D, like, retro version of this game, done in the style of maybe, like, Minish Cap, or one of the other, overhead, like maybe Link to the Past style. I would love to see Link to the Past style of this game. Do I think it's possible? No. They'd have to do some major modifications just because of some of the puzzles and such that happen in this game. But, you know, it would be cool. I'd like to see something like that happen. You know, maybe like a fan game or something, and I'd play it. Anyway, cutscene time. Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? Is that... It's an annoying little blue creature, yes. Then are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? Do you have it? Yes. Just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I know this is a prophecy that someone would come... I knew this is a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I am Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? ... My name is ... Dhelm. Strange, it sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Dhelm. I'm going to tell you the secret of the Sacred Realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. You know, I haven't even shown her the stone, right? So, the only thing she's going off of is the fact I have a fairy following me around. Which I'm gonna guess is probably not a common thing that happens in Hyrule. But she's basically just going off the fact that I said I had this stone. And that this fairy is following me around, and I obviously came from the forest. And she's just like, I'm gonna tell you the biggest secret ever. She's a bit trusting. Please keep this a secret from everyone. I like saying no. Look at her saying no. Come on, don't be a blabbermouth. She gets all disappointed. But you can do it several times. Keep this a secret from everyone. No. Come on, don't be a... So she gets so disappointed, but she's just like, you have to say yes. Link doesn't talk, if you've not noticed. People talk to him, he doesn't talk back. Legend goes like this. 3 goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods somewhere in Hyrule. Power to grant the wish of the ones who hold the Triforce in his hands. Someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. Someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, the world will be consumed by evil. That is what has been told. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the Sacred Realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. And another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend. The Ocarina of Time. Did you understand well the story I just told you? Yes. That's great. I forgot to tell you. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Will you look through the window at him? Of course. I'm not a chicken wuss. I'll look through a window at some bad man. And it's Ganon, of course. Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudos. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I am sure he is not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dreams, they must symbolize that man. What happened? Did he see you? Don't worry. He doesn't have any idea what we're planning. Yet. Yes, I told my father about my dream. However, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than this Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. D-Helm, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please. I don't believe you. Okay. Thank you. I am afraid, I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such a terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. You know, the easiest way to do this at this point? Destroy the Ocarina of Time. They don't give a reason why they can't just break the Ocarina of Time. And, like, just, you know, smash it to powder. You know, I don't know, if it can't be smashed to powder, break it into pieces. And send the pieces all over the world, and it will prevent him from getting it. You know, something like that. But the Ocarina of Time is the only way to enter the Sacred Realm. So, destroy it. Or, you know, don't collect the 3 stones. Leave them where they are. Because Ganon couldn't get them where they were. Well, I suppose he would have eventually. Because the Great Deku Tree would have died, he would have been able to go to the Great Deku Tree and get it. The Gorons have the 2nd stone, and he blocked off their food source, so they would have starved to death, and he would have been able to go and get it. Zora's... I don't think he had anything to do with the Zoras. Did he make Jabu Jabu sick? I don't know. I doubt it. But... yeah, I don't know. I think a major plot of this... portion of this plot could have probably been avoided. Anyway, I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does, and then defeat him. Well, okay, so I suppose they wanted to kill him before they could kill... or he could kill everyone. One more thing, take this letter, I'm sure it will be helpful to you. And she replaces the chicken with the letter. Wow, this letter has Princess Zelda's autograph. Okay, so with all that being done, it's actually been a... I'll talk to Impa real quick. We'll get our first Ocarina song. But I'm going to go ahead and stop recording for now. I've been playing about an hour. I am Impa the Sheikah. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I have played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby ever since she was a baby. There is a mysterious power in these notes. Now listen carefully. Zelda's Lullaby. The first song. Now we get to stare at our ocarina like it's some mystical thing. Huh, this instrument. It plays music. This is the most amazing thing ever. If the castle soldiers find you, there will be trouble. No, they'll just lead me to the, They'll just kick me outside of that door. Still within the castle gates, but, you know. Let me lead you out of the castle. Thank you, Impa. You brave lad, we must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons, where I used to call them Gorgons. Don't ask me why, I used to say a lot of these names fairly weird. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of the Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove your connection with the royal family. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we're counting on you. Let's leave all this up to a 7-year-old boy. The fate of the world is in his hands. Actually, I don't think he's 7. I think in adult form he was 21? I'm wanting to say. I don't know. I might just be pulling that number right out of thin air. But I'm wanting to say he was in his 20s. Because he wasn't 14. If he was 18... Well, he was an adult, so he had to be 18. So... if it was 7 years... he's probably like 11 right now. Anyway, I said I was going to go ahead and quit. It's been about an hour. I'm going to save. It's been an interesting few videos. I think it's maybe been 2, maybe 3. And we're about to go to Death Mountain, so that's all good. But thank you all for watching. I will see you on the next episode. When we're going to go up Death Mountain. So... see you all then.